Josh Cumpston. I'm here with three of our teachers. I have Jeff Wusk, he's our industrial technology teacher. Jeff Schwarz, he is our choir teacher, and then Tyra Hofferber is our family consumer science teacher. They are three of our teachers that actually travel a little bit between buildings. So I'm just going to ask them, they're some of our shared staff. I guess, guys, what does that mean when you're a shared staff member?
It means we travel between buildings. For example, Mr. Wusk and Mrs. Hofferber, they travel between 2 schools, and I travel between 3 schools.
Okay, so where do you start your day?
I start here at the high school.
I start at the middle school in Fairmont, and then I come here right after first period.
Finish your day at the high school?
Yeah, finish here.
I also start my day at the middle school and then come back here and finish my day at the high school.
So Mr. Schwartz, you said you started here, so then where do you go on your day?
So I start here, and then after second period, I go over to the elementary school, and I spend a good chunk of my day at the elementary school, and then I drive up to Fairmont for the last period of the day to teach 7th and 8th grade choir.
So I guess just with travel, I mean, what are some of the, I guess, considerations or things that you deal with, or maybe having a classroom, or like, you know, like you two, you guys have labs in both places. What is that like?
Well, you got multiple tools, duplicates of everything for the most part. I mean, there is one advantage, I guess, because the 7th and 8th graders get to leave their stuff out on the workbenches and not have to put it away every day that you would have probably here at the high school with other classes using the labs.
Yeah, so we'd have to think about storage.
Storage,
yeah.
and considering where we put stuff and how we flow through that work area. But as in, yeah, not needing 2 table saws and 2 band saws and, you know,
Sure.
all drills and sanders when you could use them in one area.
Yeah. Is that similar for you, Tyra, or Mrs. Hofferber?
Yeah, that would be the same for me. At the middle school, I have kitchens there as well. And so I've got a lot of duplicates and multiples of several things. So that way the 7th graders in Fairmont have the opportunity to cook as well as those here at the high school too.
As far as if the 5th through 8th were to be an addition added to the high school, what would maybe be some of the things academically or through your courses that might be opportunities or some efficiencies that could possibly exist?
So I am the FCCLA advisor, and so having 5th through 8th or 5th through 12th here at here in Geneva would allow me to be able to easier collaborate with FCCLA. We're 7-12 already, but it's kind of hard to connect with those middle schoolers when they are in Fairmont throughout the day. Like I can't as easily check in with them and say, hey, here's this upcoming meeting, or remind them of things when they're in a different building. So having them here would allow for more opportunity, more availability for them to be able to get involved easier in FCCLA. As for academically, it would be a lot easier for me to have like collaboration between middle and high schoolers in classes. Like, for example, my child development class, I would love to, or a human development class, like I've always loved the idea of like being able to take my students into an area and be able to like witness and see examples of how development takes place across the lifespan. So being able to do that all within the same building, within the same town. And then also just being able to potentially offer more courses. Like I wouldn't have to necessarily teach the classes I do now. I could teach other classes because I would be in one building all day.
I would echo a lot of what she just said. From a extracurricular standpoint, with esports and things like that, we could easily add a middle school team to our practices, and they would be able to collaborate together and work together with that. Same for any of our extracurricular music stuff, that those middle schoolers being able to help collaborate with high schoolers and get together and work together would be awesome. And we're already looking at this year adding middle school to our big musical, and that would just make that even more accessible to them. Academically is same. Being able to have a high schooler come down and demonstrate how to sing correctly is just something that is great, because I do it all day long and they look at me all day long and they think I'm crazy. But then when they get somebody that's closer to their age that comes down and says, no, yeah, that's how you do it. And then I'm not just the only crazy person in the room, and that's handy. So yeah, that's what I would speak to.
Well, I don't know about adding classes. I know years ago I did teach 5th and 6th, and we dropped that and haven't done that recently. So I don't know if that would get that possibility that could get added back, or how that would all work. But
Yeah, I think with not having the travel, that adds some minutes. But then also, we've talked a little bit about scheduling. Certain classes wouldn't have to be first period of the day or last period of the day. The schedule could look a little bit different and might be able to provide some opportunities that way also. But if you have more questions, you can certainly reach out to me. You can reach out to any of the principals. We're going to have some community meetings that you could attend. We have a website that has a lot of information on it. So just if you're looking for some answers and you'd like to know more, please reach out to us. Please find a way to connect. If you see these guys around town, I'm sure they'd be glad to talk with you as well. Thank you.